A very pleasant good evening and welcome to the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament Championship. The number 2 seed, Charleston Golden Eagles. They take on the number 3 seed, both of these teams in the Southern Division, the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets. Third meeting of the season between these teams. It's the rubber match. Both teams won 3-1 matches at their own respective homes. Eric Little alongside Sam Bailey for this championship Saturday night here at the Rockefeller Center in Buchanan, West Virginia. This West Virginia State team has been an upstart team. They have swept their way through with a lot of energy and a lot of grit.
They have, and they've really been a fun team to watch. There's a lot of energy, a lot of excitement from all the players on the court and the ones on the bench along with the coaches, so it'll be exciting to see them kind of carry on that energy into this championship match. The
defending tournament champions, they won 3-1 over Wheeling last year. This is their third straight appearance in a title game, and they're looking for the third straight NCAA tournament bid as well. An entirely new roster. They lost 6 All-MEC players from last year's team, plus the Coach of the Year, and that included the Player of the Year, and Kirsten Eggleston. To be back here on this night, how big of an accomplishment is that?
That's a huge accomplishment, especially with, the loss of the Player of the Year and kind of trying to restaff the entire program. They were just reloading, which allowed them to have that successful season that brought them back to this point.
We've seen Nicole Gartner-Castagio have an incredible tournament. What impresses you the most about her?
The fact that she just has so much energy and excitement. Even if she makes a mistake, she blows it off. It comes back in the next play. But what has really impressed me from a middle is to see her hitting efficiency. She has been so clean from an attacking standpoint. Not a lot of errors, but a lot of kills. So she's really been someone effective that they can go to in that middle position.
Adam Hammett's Charleston Golden Eagles looking for their first Mountain East Conference title and their first NCAA tournament berth since 2022. They picked up a 3-1 win last night over Concord, dropped the first set, came back to win the next 3. Do those kind of matches end up being maybe a wake-up call for you and a call that next time out you got to start faster?
I think it does, because you don't want to drop matches like that, especially in this kind of setting. And I think it is, and it's a nice wake-up call to kind of get you prepared for the championship game.
Patricia Majos, 17 kills each of the last 2 games. How do you lift that tired arm and swing a third night in a row?
At this point, you're playing in the championship match, so it's really just mind over matter, just trying to push yourself as far as you can. And hopefully, for Charleston, they can win it in 3, and I'm sure West Virginia State is hoping to get that as well, because it has been such a long, tiring tournament so far. But I don't think we're going to see this match end in 3.
No, I don't think so either. Either way you cut it, it's going to be a tremendous fight between 2 excellent programs. The West Virginia State Yellow Jackets, the Charleston Golden Eagles, and they fight for a Mountain East Conference Volleyball Championship, and it's all next right here on MEC TV.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you. For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
The people here are fantastic.
My classmates rock.
I haven't met anybody that I don't like here. It is definitely a very diverse university.
My roommates from Sweden, Germany,
Caribbean.
So many places.
The academics has been stellar as well.
The professors are very nice here.
Every single person within the classroom feels appreciated. The campus is absolutely beautiful.
Everything's a close, easy walk.
I will recommend this place to everyone.
I feel so at home here.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State,
You are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet those squads. First, for tonight's visiting team on the scoreboard, coming in with a record of 17 wins and 12 losses. Here are the Yellow Jackets of West Virginia State University. A senior defensive specialist from Bratislava, Slovakia. Here is number 3, Victoria Zanova. A senior outside hitter from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Number 9, Levani Rima. A sophomore setter from Alexandria, Kentucky. Number 11, Corey Records. A freshman right side from Isio, Finland. Number 14, Ika Aksanen. A sophomore setter from Montreal, Souré, France. Number 15, Emma Polleret. A sophomore right side from Cypress, Texas. Number 16, Penia Morgan. A junior middle blocker from Czechoslovakia, Poland. Number 17, Marcelina Pitra. A senior defensive specialist from Little Rock, Arkansas. Number 20, Eva Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the starting lineup for the Yellow Jackets. A senior middle blocker from Iraqi, Brazil. Number 1, Nicole Gardner Pistachio. A junior outside hitter from Madrid, Spain. Number 5, Carmen Perez. A freshman defensive specialist from Morgantown, West Virginia. Number 13, Gianna Aquinto. A sophomore setter from Winchester, Kentucky. Number 18, Kelsey McKeon. A freshman middle blocker from Barbersville, West Virginia. Number 19, Bailey Smith. A senior right side from Bellington, West Virginia. Number 25, Alyssa Hill. Pulling it out for the Yellow Jackets. A freshman from Huntington, West Virginia. Number 4, Lily Atkins. The head coach of the Yellow Jackets right side from Sebring, Florida, number 12, Lacey Broad. A junior right side from Swierski, Poland, number 13, Patricia Milos. A sophomore outside hitter from Spencer, West Virginia, number 14, Piper Harlan. A sophomore defensive specialist from Beacon, New York, number 15, Pearl Perry. A junior defensive specialist from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 16, Isabel Blair. A senior center from Mason, Ohio, number 17, Chloe Burton. A sophomore center from Tacoma, Washington, number 18, Anna Saldana. A senior libero from Buenos Aires, Argentina, number 18, Catalina Alvarez. A sophomore defensive specialist from Parkersburg, West Virginia, number 22, Jaslyn Dixon. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the starting lineup for the Golden Eagles. A senior center from Cleveland, Ohio, number 2, Abby O'Hara. A senior outside hitter from Podoli, Czech Republic, number 4, Julie Michaelkova. A senior middle blocker from Port St. Lucie, Florida, number 7, Sophia Knowles. A junior middle blocker from Syracuse, Utah, number 9, Kate Strong. A junior right side from McKinney, Texas, number 21, Divine Newell. A junior outside hitter from Mahomet, Illinois, number 25, Matea Kainan. And the libero for the Golden Eagles, she's a junior from Arlington, Kentucky, number 24, Chloe Fortner. The head coach of the Golden Eagles in his first season, Adam Hammond. He's assisted by Julia Abana Rocca and Cameron Hughes. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the Golden Eagles of the University of Charleston.
The in-house introductions are complete. Now there's nothing more to do but decide the championship at the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament. Eric Little, Sam Bailey with you here on Mountain East TV. Glad to be with you as we've been with you all week. And a big thank you to Butch Mounts and our entire crew that's helped put this together for the entire week. It's been a really fun tournament. We saw some amazing quarterfinals on Thursday, a couple 5-setters and a 4-setter. We saw an upset yesterday, the host Wesleyan Bobcats taken out by these West Virginia State Yellow Jackets, and then Charleston able to get past Concord after stumbling in the first set. So what is this going to come down to tonight, Sam? It's
really just going to come down to the team that wants it the most. They've battled to get to this point, and they're really just going to have to dig, play their game, run the offense that they're used to running throughout this entire season, and it's just going to come down to wanting it more than the other team.
We have seen some incredible energy out of this West Virginia State Yellow Jackets group. This Charleston group has shown us some incredible poise in this tournament. They have offensive attacks that can come at you from a lot of different places. Hitters on the edge, middles that do big things. This is when big-time players step up, Sam.
It really is, and we've seen some big-time players from both of these teams, so I'm excited to see how this match turns out.
Alyssa Hill, you saw her a minute ago. A team best 16 kills for West Virginia State last night. She hit .448 to do it. Also a strong match for her against Fairmont in the quarters. For Charleston, again, 17 kills in the quarters and the semis for Patricia Majos. And they've relied on her. Will she be there again? Carmen Perez out of Madrid, Spain, ready to serve. And we are ready to bring you the championship game of the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament. Charleston ready to go. Divine Muo gets up. It's dug out by State. They're going to set up Hill on the right side. Good diving dig for Charleston's Chloe Fortner. Pushed over, lands in the donut. The middle, Bailey Smith finds space on the floor.
And we talked about a little bit how these arms for these hitters are going to be tired, so look to see maybe some off speed, a little more situational hitting from both of these teams.
Is that something you put in the tank and maybe save for later in the match?
Yeah, you might have to do that. Just trying to be as consistent and as few errors as possible from the hitting line.
After a swing and a miss from Kate Strong, to give the point here to West Virginia State on a net violation. And Kate Strong, I believe, was saying, I didn't touch that. I didn't touch the net. So they protest the call. Either way, they give the point to West Virginia State. Replay seems to indicate she's right. They go for her again. It's Muo. Nice dig on the back row by Perez. Giada Iquinto, her first swing of the night. What a bump to get that over. Hill can't convert. Backing up, she tries again and is long. State out of system, and Charleston takes advantage.
And what was really hard there is that ball, that second attempt was not touched by the block from Charleston, so Alyssa Hill had really no other option but to hit it, and she wasn't in a great position to keep that in bounds.
Backpedaling, it's kind of like when you go for a wind-blown fly ball in baseball, and next thing you know, you're way out of position. Muo on the right side this time. Blast one off of Kelsey McKeon, and Charleston ties this at 2. Matea Cunningham has very quietly had a strong tournament. 13 kills, 14 digs last night. Dug out by Lily Atkins. Perez falling away, shoves it to Iquinto. That's long. A good job by Cunningham to back away from it. And Charleston takes the lead.
When you're getting that out-of-system set on the outside and it's coming from so deep in the corner, it's really hard to know where you're at and to see the other side of the floor because your body is turned facing your teammates instead of facing the net.
Good look for Hill. First kill of the night for Alyssa Hill. And Sam, I think that might have been the first time all night West Virginia State looked to be in system.
Yeah, that was a much better just offensive set for West Virginia State and a great swing from Alyssa Hill. She was in a better position, was really able to find the seam in the Charleston block.
Tracy Amajos waits on it, gets it. Dug out by Perez. They set it for Iquinto off the deflection. West Virginia State edges back in front.
Yeah, West Virginia State's a really difficult offense to play against when they're in system because they have such big hitters from every single position.
Majos, seen her a lot in the serve receive this tournament. What a dig, but nothing to be done with that. Bailey Smith got lower than I thought she could for it. Couldn't turn that around. Yeah, I think they're attacking Patricia Majos in that serve receive. We saw that a lot last night. Very long arms. Does that make it difficult for her in the serve receive, make it someone you'd want to target?
It does, and she only plays in the front row. She doesn't play in the back row, which tells me that they don't feel as confident with her serve receive as they do when she's in the front row. So going to her tries to get Charleston out of system so that they cannot set her the ball and she's not an offensive weapon.
Finds the back corner. Majos, a weapon, the Polish hammer.
And that's why West Virginia State really wants to go at her and serve receive to get her out of the offense, because when she gets a hand on the ball, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be a kill.
Fortner serves it right at Iquinto, and she can't do anything with it. So the lead for Charleston at 6-4. The junior from Burlington, New York, Chloe Fortner. It's set for Iquinto. To the right side. Hill again. She has not been bashful about taking big swings early in this match.
No, she hasn't. And she, played so well against Fairmont State the other night as well. And she's just such a strong attacker from the right side. Normally you see your stronger attackers on the outside. And so that's really been someone that they can go to when they need a big swing.
Majos runs into the block. And the Yellow Jackets tie this at 6.
It's one of the things I've really liked to watch with Nicole Gardner-Castadio is the blocking. She just does such a great job of getting to the block, seals it with her outside hitter, and just really is disciplined at the net.
Service error puts Charleston back on top. A little surprised we've not seen any big swings from Gardner-Castadio in this match.
No, we haven't. They've really gone to Alyssa Hill a lot, but she's out of the match now, so see if they go to Castadio a little bit more, if they can keep the ball in system.
Good block at the net for West Virginia State. Another one, that's Gardner Castagio. Charleston goes for Majos. Iaquino got a piece of it. They got to pop it over. Set or dump. West Virginia State ready. Iaquino left up for Majos. Can they go back to her? Off the deflection. Diving play by Perez. Here's Iaquino with a shove. Cunningham digs that out. West Virginia State takes advantage of Charleston being in the net. And West Virginia State ties it at 7.
Sometimes when you have long rallies like that, an error or a mistake is typically what ends it because you're getting out of system, everything's getting kind of jumbled up, and you're really kind of gassed after those long rallies. So that's why sometimes we see those end with an error or just a mental mistake.
Kind of like when you're playing in the ocean sometimes when you realize you're a lot farther down beach than when you started.
Yep.
Don't realize how far you've gone. Almost landed at the donut. The diving play by Catalina Alvarez. The dig for State on the right side. They able to slide Castagio. She didn't get a good piece of that one.
It looked like her timing was just a little bit off on that slide.
Diving play by Cunningham. Here's Majos out in front of that ball just a little bit. And Charleston into the net again.
It looked like the line judge was calling a tip or it touched the antenna. And so that's what gave the ball back to West Virginia State.
There was some attention to those antenna before the match. Bump by Avila. And another kill in the back row from Patricia Majos. Crazy eights in the first set. Dug by Atkins. They slide Castagio. Middle attack, and it's Sophia Knowles that has it sent back. Charleston not afraid to take big swings in the middle.
That was such a great block from Carmen Perez to get that one-on-one opportunity against Charleston. They were trying to turn that ball a little bit. She was able to read that, kind of move over a little bit to the left and get the stuff block.
Knowles to the right side. And Sophia Knowles finds the back corner. You missed a fantastic middle matchup between Wesleyan and State last night, and I think you're getting some of that tonight.
I'm always here for a good middle matchup.
It's the best thing about championship matches, games in any sport. It's good on good. What an attack there for Kelsey McKeon in the front row.
That was a good decision on that second ball to send it over. It looked like Charleston's defense was a little bit on their heels waiting for that ball to go out to one of the attackers, and so just good decision to use that second ball for the setter dump.
Every once in a while when you swipe left, it works. In more ways than one. And another point for the Golden Eagles. We're tied at 10.
Yeah, it looked like Alyssa Hill didn't quite get her hands turned in towards the Charleston side of the court, kind of pointing outwards, which is what allowed Charleston to tool that for the point.
49 assists for Abby Avila yesterday. She serves. Hill drives it down the line and manages to find some space.
I think that ball was about as close as you could get to going down that line.
11-10 West Virginia State. Cunningham plays it. Avila, Muo, long.
And again, when you have those sets coming from the back row, instead of facing your setter and running your approach, you have to turn your body and face the back row player, and it really kind of throws you off, and you're not sure, really have as good of awareness of where you are, and that makes it hard to get the kill.
They go to Muo again. Perez digs it out of the back row. Hill punches it over. They want to set Muo again. Good dig for Perez. Here's Hill elevating. Had to awkwardly shift in midair. Cunningham pops it over. State attacks with Iaquino. What a play by Fortner to keep it alive.
That was we call that the 4-4 kill from Iaquino, where she's hitting from that left front to the left front on the other side. But what a dig play to get that ball up and to keep it alive for her team.
blown away by the fact that she kept it alive, popped it over, caught State on their heels maybe a bit.
That's why Chloe Fortner is wearing that libero jersey.
Turning swing from Iquino. The right side, Muo shifts. Iquino into the block. Cools one off.
Anytime you see that set get really tight to the net, it just makes me so nervous because normally it's harder for the hitter to keep that ball over, but in this case it worked in Iquino's favor.
Majos in the serve receive. A middle attack this time. There's Kate Strong, but she goes right into the West Virginia State block. Nicole Gardner-Castaggio.
I saw that one coming too. You could see Kate Strong kind of shifting over from the right side, running that right up the middle, and Castaggio saw the same thing.
Strong with a bluff. Majos takes the swing. Iquino, good play in the back row from Cunningham. Here's Majos again, elevating. Dug out by the freshman Smith. Nothing State can do about that one. Iquino tumbles into the front row. 14-12 West Virginia State. Chloe Fortner back to the service stripe again. 29 digs from her last side against Concord. Hill back in the match. Pops it over. What a pancake from Fortner. Castaggio, her first big swing of the match.
That was a huge swing. A great dig by Fortner in that previous play. She's made some amazing plays in that back row, but great kill down the middle for Gardner-Castaggio to find the seam in Charleston's block.
I saw on Facebook that our Butch Mounts had a pancake for breakfast and or for lunch as his dessert, and I doubt it was as good as that one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
A lot of good places to get a home-cooked meal in Buchanan. Iquino pops it over. Nice play by Majos. Falling away. Two-hand shove. And a double hit for Majos. The Yellow Jackets stretch the lead to 4.
The new rule in the NCAA starting last year is that you can have a double contact as long as it stays on your side of the net and then another player plays the ball. You cannot have a double and send it to the other side.
So with this lead growing to 4 for West Virginia State, Charleston calls a timeout in set 1 of the Mountain East Conference Tournament Championship. We're back after this on MEC TV.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Down 4, Charleston calls timeout in set 1 of the Mountain East Conference Tournament Championship. Eric Little, Sam Bailey with you on MEC TV. And West Virginia State has parlayed that energy from the first 2 nights into a strong start tonight.
They have. They've really been effective from a blocking standpoint. Gardner-Castaggio has really slowed down the Charleston hitters, kind of forcing them to have to make decisions. And the defense from both of these teams that we've seen so far in the back row has been really good.
Emma Pomeroy serves. Gardner-Castaggio with a hit. And she's like, hey, that was deflected. And she wins her case. Gets the kill.
And you see again, West Virginia State is trying to serve to Patricia Majos, and that's why, because she struggles a little bit with that serve receive ball.
Cunningham plays this one. On the left side, a good swing for Sophia Knowles. Iquino gets up and goes right into the block. Muo and Knowles have been solid tonight on both sides.
That was a textbook block. We could see that right from where we were. Good job by Divine Muo to get up and to really just be disciplined at the net to keep that ball from going out of bounds.
Nothing to be done about that one as it's off of Fortner's fists, and State takes a 5-point advantage. You're saying Muo's defense was divine intervention. Yada Iquinto. Long, and Charleston back within 4. Again, 7 digs for her against Wheeling, so used to being attacked in that serve receive. McKeon almost into the table. Well played. Knowles off the block, and Charleston back within 3.
It looked like the West Virginia State block was pulled a little bit off the net, so Knowles was just able to find that gap between the net and the block for West Virginia State to score the point.
Good dig for Iquino. Pushed by Perez. And they had a diving attempt from Alboris, but she was out of position by the time the second player made contact.
And one of those things, when you're blocking and you get a tip on a block, you do not want to reach behind you and try to play it up because your defense is probably right behind you ready to play that. So it's better for you just to open up and let your defense take care of it.
Good swing for Cunningham. She's long, and West Virginia State wins the race to 20.
You could tell the way that she contacted that ball that it wasn't going to be a clean kill. She kind of got behind it a little bit instead of getting on top of the ball and just pushed it out of bounds.
Knowles. Pass toward Perez. It's blocked, and that Charleston block is emerging here in the back half of this first set.
I feel like this week with these games, we've seen a lot of blocks where they're hit deep to the back corners, and that's a really hard block to try to defend.
The ricochet has had pretty good distance.
And you've got your defense coming in to play close behind the hitter, and then they have to backpedal and turn at the last second, and that's not an easy thing to do.
Cunningham has come out swinging. It's deflected, and Charleston right back in this one on a big kill from Matea Cunningham. You surprised by the number of big swings we've seen early on?
No, I'm not. I really think these teams are just trying to get that first set win so that they can feel a little more comfortable going into the match, and you're not going to do that with a lot of off speed because that just makes it easier for the defense on the other side to get the ball. So the bigger the swing, the harder it is for them to get that ball up.
Is there a point where you might see some of these hitters lay back and save something in the tank for later?
You might see that, especially if the set maybe isn't perfect where they're used to having it. It's a little bit safer to hit with something off speed. Like you see right there, that timing was not perfect, and so you saw her go up with a tip instead of trying to aggressively swing.
She changed her mind at the last minute. Julie Michaelkova crossed the 10-foot line.
Anytime you're trying to hit that back row attack, you have to leave the ground behind the 10-foot line, and she was a little bit in front of it, and that's where you get that back row attack call from.
Leads at 5 for West Virginia State. Matea Cunningham also long. And West Virginia State up 23-17.
Again, she's just getting underneath the ball and really has to make sure that when she's attacking to get the hand on top of the ball and swing down through it instead of behinding and kind of pushing it out.
Charleston takes a timeout. I want to point this out. They scored 7 consecutive points in the fourth set last night to take the lead after trailing by this exact 23-17 score. It can be done.
Yeah, so it's definitely not over. This match is going to be a battle every single set until the very last point.
Come on back and see who wins the first set in the Mountain East Conference Tournament Championship on MEC TV.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you, with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Late in the first set, 6-point advantage for West Virginia State in the MEC Tournament Championship. Sam, some stats. What sticks out to you?
Yeah, looking at this, a big difference right now. West Virginia State's hitting .216 with only 4 attacking errors. Charleston is hitting negative .023 with 11 attacking errors. and only 10 kills. So they've not been as clean from the hitting line as I'm sure Coach Hamad would like them to be.
And their hitters have tried. It's not for lack of effort. They've taken some swings in this match.
Yeah, they have 43 attacking attempts to West Virginia State's 37. So they've definitely had more attempts from the attacking line than West Virginia State has.
I think what Coach Hamad was telling us, or Coach Hammond was telling us before the match, he said, I tell my players on day one, they're the best team in the country until someone proves otherwise. What a mentality.
I love that attitude, and that really just shows the confidence that he has in his team as well. And just they come out with this is just a business trip for them, just trying to get the job done.
Alyssa Hill into the block, and it's the block that's kept Charleston in this match in the first set, despite the poor hitting.
They just picked up their third block, and it was really a timely block to try to keep West Virginia State from getting to set point.
The senior from Cleveland, Abby Avila. McGeehan had to go a long way for that one. Hill moving to right, pops it over. Cunningham. One-handed dig by Iquino. Out of the seats. I don't know how Lily Adkins managed to get that one. Muo slams one home.
And I think what was more impressive about that attempt by Lily Adkins was the fact that she popped up quick. If I had ran into the bleachers like that, I don't think I would have been getting up as quickly as she did.
I could tell out of the corner of my eye your reaction was one of some genuine concern. Here's the play that she had to make. Oh, I didn't see that. I had a sign in front of me. You had a window of where you could see that.
Yeah, I had the perfect view, and that might have had something to do with her not being able to get that dig either, because it looked like she hit right where her knee was. So just kind of shake that off a little bit and move on to this next point.
I think that's an excellent timeout, though, for Shannon Jarens here, just to make sure that your libero's okay and just to give her a second to take a beat, because Charleston now is on a 3-0 run. Your libero just went hard into the bleachers, and she looks to be okay. That's the good news. And again, I didn't see the hit. You saw it in real time, and your reaction was justified after seeing the replay. But you take the timeout, try to slow Charleston's run, make sure you're okay before the set gets away from you.
Yeah, I think that was a really good timeout call, like you said, and glad to see that Lily Adkins seems to be doing just fine.
Good dig by Abby Avila. Here's Muo, almost backpedaling. It's Perez this time. Cunningham, awkward look. McGeehan shoves it toward Hill. Michael Kova pops it up. Cunningham into the block, and Hill gets up. Pulled off the block by Charleston, and they're within two.
That's happened a couple times here in the last 8 or 9 points for West Virginia State, as their block is not getting close enough to the net to really seal and make sure that the block is going down on Charleston's side instead of theirs.
Fortner sets it up. They go for Muo, medium speed swing. Hill shoves it to the left side. Perez has her shot rejected. From the middle this time, Bailey Smith misses that wide as Charleston is on a 5-0 run and another timeout for West Virginia State.
And that shot was open, that kind of cross court to the left. She just over-rotated a little bit too much trying to avoid that block and hit the ball out of bounds.
Timeout. We're back to wrap up this first set as Charleston on a 5-0 run on MEC TV.
Being a champion takes more than skill. More than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Charleston erased a 6-point deficit in the fourth set last night, scoring 7 consecutive points in a set and a match. They eventually won over Concord, and now they've almost erased a 6-point deficit, the exact same spot of the match for a second straight night. How badly does State need to close this out right here?
They really need to close it out, because you don't want to give Charleston that momentum of not only winning set one, but winning after being down and coming back when you're still sitting at that 23-point mark.
These two teams played twice in the regular season, split. Speaking of splitting, Carmen Perez splits the defenders, and West Virginia State has set point.
I really like what Carmen Perez has done so far in this match. She's had some big swings, assisted some big blocks, and had some really good digs in the back row as well, and she's just played really well all around.
She's been a glue player the entire tournament. Speaking of glue, Kate Strong, first team All-MEC last year, steps up with a massive kill at a big time.
I don't know if there was a miscommunication between the block and the defense from West Virginia State, but it looked like their defense was playing right behind the block, which is not what you want to do. You want to kind of shift around and try to get that area that the block is not covering.
They want Hill for the set, and they find her. She finds enough space in the back row, and West Virginia State takes a 1-0 lead in the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament Championship. Where else would that go?
It was a great swing, a nice shot to that deep corner. Did look like it was going to go out of bounds, but dropped at the last second. So strong finish for West Virginia State, and see if they can carry that over into set 2.
We'll find out after this. Second set coming up next on MEC TV.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Really good first set in the books from the Rockefeller Center in Buchanan, West Virginia. Eric Little, Sam Bailey. It's the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament Championship match. West Virginia State, a 25-23 winner over Charleston in the first set. Second set here, Charleston finished strong despite losing that first set. Can they carry that over to set 2?
They really did. We spoke a couple timeouts into that first set that they were hitting in the negative, and they were able to pull themselves out of that and hit a positive 039 to end that first set, which isn't a great number, but when you saw where they were before, it's much better.
Right.
And so they definitely hit more efficiently. The block really played a big difference for Charleston going into the end of that first set. So I'm sure they're looking to see that kind of pour over into the second set as well.
And again, I think we saw some of this last night with teams trying to set up hitters. It's very similar, I think, to basketball, where if your shooters aren't hitting, you tell them to keep shooting, keep trying. Is it a very similar mentality with your hitters?
I think so, especially when you have hitters that have been strong all season, and maybe they're just having a little bit of an off time. Keep feeding it to them, and eventually they're going to get those big kills and build that confidence.
Abby Avila sends it away, and we're underway in set 2, right where they left off in set 1. It's Alyssa Hill.
And they started with going to her in the beginning of the first set as well, and she's just been such a strong attacker. She has such a quick arm swing, quick flick of the wrist, and is able to hit that really sharp shot on the right side.
The freshman Bailey Smith getting set to serve. Miscommunication maybe in the back row for Charleston. The lead's 2-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets on a service ace. Michael Kova leaves it for Muo. Shoved to the middle. Castagio.
She's a really difficult middle to read because when she goes up, she kind of is facing one direction. At the last second, she turns her hand inside the ball and hits that sharp cross-court shot the other direction, and it makes it difficult to block, especially when there's only one blocker.
Muo into the block. Like, this is the strongest rotation for West Virginia State, with both Hill and Nicole Gartner-Castagio in that front row. And another ace for Charleston. West Virginia State rolled the dice. Matea Cunningham managed to get that ace. A lot of sink on that one. Castagio tried to get it in the donut. Couldn't do it. Big swing for Majos.
And that tip from Castagio, she went right behind the block. And normally when you're in the middle and trying to tip the ball, you want to hit it kind of closer to the net on either side instead of right behind the block because there's usually a defender sitting right there.
Shoved to Iaquino. Had to make an adjustment. Avila sets it for Muo. Awkwardly shoved off of Lily Adkins, and Iaquino slow to get up.
I missed that. I was watching the ball go back to the back row for West Virginia State, so I missed what happened, but they called a net violation, so I would assume she probably came into the net as she was getting that block.
Not able to receive that serve. It's 5-3 Golden Eagles. They keep checking on that West Virginia State bench on the status of Giada Iaquino. She's like, yeah, I got this. Let's go.
It's a championship game.
Wants to be out there.
Yep, you want to give it everything you have.
Matea Cunningham serves it to Perez. Good pass from Hill to Iaquino into the block. Diving play for Castagio. Another good block for Strong. Charleston trying to get in system. They don't do it here. Majos at an awkward angle can't pop it over.
Yeah, she tried to hit that roll shot where you get kind of underneath it and just roll it off your fingertips, but it was a little bit too low, and she just wasn't able to clear the net.
How badly does Charleston need to get Patricia Majos going?
They do. They really need to get her going because she's been such a threat for them. She had 17 kills, like you mentioned, in both the matches against Wheeling and Concord, so she's definitely someone that they need to get some kills from in the front row.
Maybe there's the start. Lead for Charleston's at 6-4. Chloe Fortner punches it over. Awkwardly handled by Iaquino. This is I was just about to say, injury or otherwise, this may not be the worst time to unplug Iaquino for a second.
Yeah, I agree. That's West Virginia State's fourth reception error so far in this match. And so definitely need to get someone else in there to try to just get a different look and maybe just give Iaquino a little bit of a breather.
First appearance in the match in the tournament for Leilani Lima. Charleston pushes the lead to 8-4. And Leilani Lima out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, comes in for Giada Iaquino. Another look at the Charleston point. So State looks out of sorts here in the second set. In the middle, Castagio. Fortner pops it up. Here's Muo off the block. Look out by Adkins. They go to the middle again. Eventually, I think they're going to have to go to Lima. The block goes out. West Virginia State makes this 8-5.
Swing from Carmen Perez in that back row, and having that back row attack option available is really helpful for West Virginia State, especially with the absence of Iquinto in the front row.
Lima serves. And I think with the absence of Iquinto, they're trying to stay away from Lima, and eventually you're going to have to go there sometime.
Yeah, you're going to have to, because that just gives Charleston way too much of an advantage from the block, because the setter's in the front row, so they only have 2 front row attackers.
Carmen Perez tools one off the block. And Charleston's lead down to 2. I really like the work, too, for West Virginia State's assistant coach, Martina Melicharova. Kind of put her arm around the shoulder of Iquinto when she came off. Said, hey, we're going to need you later on. Put your head back in this.
Sometimes you just need that little bit of a mental break to just take a second, kind of regroup, and then be ready to come back in.
I use the word that former Pirates manager Clint Hurdle always used to use, unplug.
Yeah.
You just need unplugged.
Yep.
Charleston looks to grow a 3-point advantage. Majos off the deflection. It's 10-6. West Virginia State wants the timeout with Charleston hitting double digits first. We're back after this in the second set of the Mountain East Championship on MEC TV.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Set 1 belonged to West Virginia State, but it's Charleston out in front here of set 2. Eric Little, Sam Bailey from Buchanan, West Virginia. West Virginia Wesleyan, they've been spectacular hosts to this event. The hospitality has been really good. The people here are friendly. Love the venue, love this town. First time I've been in Buchanan in a few years, but always appreciated this place.
Yeah, I think the last time I was on this campus was when I was in a uniform playing, so it's been a while.
An idyllic front or Main Street. I think I saw a Hallmark Christmas movie take place on one of those streets. As the service error gives West Virginia State a point. And Charleston has taken advantage of West Virginia State being a bit out of sorts. What are you noticing about West Virginia State here in this second set?
They've gotten kind of less aggressive from the hitting line. We've seen a couple big swings from Carmen Perez, but we've just seen some off speed. Their serve receive has struggled a little bit, and just on defense, it just doesn't seem like they're ready in the positions that they need to be to pick up the ball.
Sophia Knowles rips one down the seam on a slide play. Patricia Majos back to serve, looking to grow Charleston's largest lead of the match, or the set at least. Push toward Perez. She had to come get it. Majos, what a dig. Cunningham slaps it over. Middle out of sorts. Perez. Fortner tumbles to get that one and kept it alive for Charleston. What a play by Chloe Fortner.
And there was a little bit of miscommunication on West Virginia State's side. Sometimes the middle hitter tends to get in the way a little bit, and it looked like that was what happened, which allowed West Virginia State to kind of not get the attack that they wanted, and Charleston a better opportunity to run their offense.
Perez on the edge. And it's Charleston's point.
That set was a little bit too far out on the net. Carmen Perez hit the antenna on her way down.
This is a rotation for State that does not have Gardner Castagio or Alyssa Hill on the floor. Perez sends this to the middle. Iquinto from the back row. Good to see Giada Iquinto back in the match. Adkins tries to punch it and keep it alive. No dice. Charleston up a touchdown.
That was great effort by West Virginia State to keep that ball alive, but sometimes there's just not much that you can do with it.
As dominant as West Virginia State was in the first set, Charleston is equally as dominant in this set. That's what surprised me the most so far. A Jekyll and Hyde match. Shove toward Perez. Good swing. Fortner pops it up. Cunningham. Iaquinto on the receive. Perez runs into this one. Carmen Perez.
Now with Alyssa Hill coming back into this match for West Virginia State, this is an opportunity for them to get the ball to her, to get some kills, and get back in this second set.
Kelsey McKeon served. Cunningham has swung more in this match than I think I've seen her swing the first two in the tournament. Avila shoves it over. Cunningham is rejected. Avila again sets it for the middle this time. They slide Knowles. It goes to Cunningham. Fortner pops it up. Knowles off the wrists of Kelsey McKeon.
Charleston did a great job in that rally, moving the ball around and making the blockers for West Virginia State have to work. And I think they were getting a little bit gassed at the end of that play, and sending it back to the right side really gave Charleston the best option to get the kill.
I really thought that was going to Hill, but Bailey Smith takes that from the back row. Iaquinto. What a kill for Giada Iaquinto. She marched in a little circle there.
She did, and that might be the biggest swing that we've seen from her so far in this match. We've seen a lot of off speed and just a great shot, good direction from the back row. Big kill for Iaquinto.
It's like she was waiting for somebody else to come join her, and it never happened. Like, somebody come dap me up. Hill on the right side. From the back row, Michael Kova. Iaquinto, good place to go. And Iaquinto rips one down the line. State has cut this back to 5 here in the second set. Avila way too far to get that one. Perez pops it up. Hill right into the block. Fortner sets it up for Cunningham. Good dig for Perez. Iaquinto got up. Played off the tape by Hill. Iaquinto again. Cross court. Fortner with a diving dig. Cunningham popped up by McKeon. Iaquinto punches it over. Can't land into the donut. Cunningham a good save, and Iaquinto right there at the net to send it back.
It was a great rally for both of these teams. I think West Virginia State really missed an opportunity on the first point when the setter for Charleston had to run all the way to the sideline to go to Iaquinto on the first try when she didn't have a double block. But good finish by West Virginia State to really grind it out in that rally.
That's an excellent point, Sam. Hill over the block. Alyssa Hill. And Charleston takes the lead. There's 7-point lead in this set, down to 3. West Virginia State feeling it here in the championship match on MEC TV.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Adam Hammett spends the time out arguing a call with the official, having a discussion. Charleston Golden Eagles dropped the first set, trying to hang on and even this up at 1 set apiece. West Virginia State has cut the lead down to 3 in the second set, and a really good move. We talked about this early in set 2. After Giada Iaquinto was a bit shaken up and then just appeared shaken in general, they take her out of the match for rotation, and she's come in strong.
She really has, and really got West Virginia State back in this second set, but also just brought a lot of energy onto the court as well.
Serve from Carmen Perez, falling away. Albora is able to keep it alive. Perez sends it to the front. Iaquinta backpedaling, and it's sent right back. And a huge kill for Kate Strong.
And when you're hitting kind of a roll shot off speed, you want to make sure you get underneath the ball and push it up and over the block so you're not going right into it.
Strong does a nice job of reading that court, taking what's given to her. Abby Avila serves. Lead for Charleston's at 4. Iaquinta sets it. Doesn't get it back. It's Hill this time. Rips one off the defender. And Hill makes this a 3-point match. Bailey Smith serves. Avila shoves it toward Muo. Long. West Virginia State back within 2.
We've seen this a couple times with Charleston. Their outside hitters getting underneath or behind the ball instead of on top of it. I don't know if there's kind of a miscommunication there between setter and hitter, but we've seen that a couple times in these first 2 sets from Charleston's attackers.
Into the block goes Muo. Tools one off the block.
And that was a much better approach for Muo. She was able to get on top of the ball and really be able to do something with it for the kill.
We've also talked a ton in this match about how much Charleston's hitters need to get going.
We have, and we still haven't seen a really big swing, I think, from any of their attackers, but they've done a really good job situationally just to keep themselves in this match.
Iaquinta almost tumbles into the Mountain East Conference officials at the table. The lead grows back to 4 for Charleston. Cunningham leaping serve and a service error. That really has been what West Virginia State's taken advantage of. These service errors, the attack errors.
Yeah, they really have. You haven't seen it as much in this second set, but that's definitely been something that West Virginia State's been able to use to their advantage.
Emma Pomeray serves this toward Majos. Muo from the edge into the block. Iaquinta getting it done. Oh no. They give that to Charleston.
Is that a net violation?
I couldn't see if that went out on the deflection. I didn't think it did. It must have been the net violation. Let's have another look at this. Yeah, that must have been into the net. Iaquinta up. Into the block, Charleston. Grows their lead back to 5, and they hit 20.
West Virginia State really needs to get Gardner Castagio involved in this offense because Charleston's block is just sitting there waiting for Iaquinta to get that attack on the outside.
Iaquinta's had the hot hand of late. The service error puts State back on the board. Iaquinta is on a heater now, so I think that's why they've been going there. But you're right. Eventually, you've got to get Nicole Gardner Castagio involved in a greater way than what we've seen. Majos gets up, splits the middle. Lead to 5 for the Golden Eagles.
There's a pretty big seam there on the West Virginia State block. There's good recognition. And when there's a seam, that means that there's going to be no defense behind that block either to try to pick that up.
And a service ace for Divine Muo. West Virginia State wants a timeout as Charleston roars out in front by 6 late in the second set of the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament Championship on MEC TV.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Second set of a tense tournament final. Eric Little, Sam Bailey with you on MEC TV. And playing 3 matches in 3 nights. I think what we're seeing is these teams are teams that are able to get it done from multiple spots on the floor. It takes somebody different every night in a tournament setting to get it done.
It really does, because you're just, working hard, coming out every single night, and to have the same person be your go-to person every night, it's just going to wear them out by that 3rd match. So they definitely have multiple options, and that's why these 2 teams are in the championship tonight.
If there's anything left in the tank for tired hitting arms, for middles that are tired of getting up, this is when you've got to empty that tank. The winner gets an automatic bid to the NCAA Tournament's Atlantic Regional. Service ace followed by the service error. Now Charleston 5 points away from set 2. West Virginia State gets the serve back. Good slide for Sophia Knowles.
I feel like that might be the first slide that we've seen so far in this match, and normally you want to get those slides, get those middles more involved on that motion to make it difficult for the other side to block.
Charleston did that a lot early last night with Knowles and Strong both. We've not seen that slide play a ton tonight. State punches it over. What a pancake from Catalina Albores. Perez swings a big fist. Sent back over. Do they go there again? Sure do. Pops it over this time. Albores again out of nowhere. Fortner sends it back. At the net, they fight for it. They set it again. Maybe a little too strong for Perez. Falling into the stanchion. It's 24-17. Charleston is at set point. Perez not able to handle an awkward set.
Yeah, it looked like that set was pushed out a little bit too far, like you said, and there was just really nothing she could do with that because the antenna's in the way. You don't want to hit that, and so she just tried to make the best out of that set that she could.
Glad we got another look at that Albores dig as well. Middle attack, Smith. Fortner can't find it, and State stays alive in the second.
And again, that's what you really want to get those middles, that middle attack involved as much as you can. That's only her second kill so far in this match, so the middles have not been as involved for West Virginia State as we've seen in the previous 2 matches.
Serve from Kelsey McKee, and Michael Kova shoves it toward Cunningham. Adkins keeps it up. They set this for Hill in the donut. Diving play by Michael Kova. Here's Cunningham. And Charleston takes set 2, 25-18. Strong night for Matea Cunningham. Continues in the second set. Who said it would be easy either way? We're tied at 1 to the 3rd after this on MEC TV.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
The people here are fantastic.
My classmates rock.
I haven't met anybody that I don't like here. It is definitely a very diverse university.
My roommates from Sweden, Germany,
Caribbean, so many places.
The academics has been stellar as well.
The professors are very nice here.
Every single person within the classroom feels appreciated. The campus is absolutely beautiful.
Everything's a close, easy walk.
I will recommend this place to everyone.
I feel so at home here.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there? At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
It starts at State.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
This is how it finished in set 3. Charleston ties this up at 1 set apiece. Cunningham. And no answer from West Virginia State. Big night already for Cunningham, as West Virginia State drops set number 2 to Charleston. They don't seem phased.
No, you definitely, that's the beauty of volleyball when you're playing the best of 5. If you lose one set, you can put it behind you and just move on to the next one.
I feel like we've seen so many momentum shifts and swings within each of these first 2 sets.
We really have. In the first set, you know, West Virginia State was just hitting pretty well. They had more outkilled. Charleston was better from a service line as well. But then looking at the second set, Charleston hit 424, so they really bumped up that hitting percentage from the first set.
In a moment, we'll get you some individual leaders, too, as Perez sends the serve away. They want to go to Muo again. Lily Atkins digs this out. Iquino, good dig from Muo. There's Cunningham on cue. Michael Kova pops it up. Cunningham shoves it. Atkins pops it up. Hill leaning back. Muo, big swing, as she's done all night long. Iquino with a teammate at her feet. Strong into the block. And West Virginia State takes the early lead. Giada Iquino with 6 kills, 7 kills for Alyssa Hill. That leads West Virginia State on the Charleston side of the ledger. Knowles with 5 and Muo with 7. West Virginia State grows their lead to 2-0. The train has left the station, Sam.
That bench is definitely very excited, very active for West Virginia State.
I keep meaning to ask someone, what triggers the train? What is it that gets the train going?
We need to watch that. Keep note of what happens every time we see the train.
How about Divine Muo? She's taking big swings all night long to find some empty space. Charleston on the board. It's 2-1. West Virginia State working on an issue on our scoreboard. We'll get that fixed here in a moment. Iquino toward the stands. I know Sam was dealing with a PTSD of watching Lily Atkins go into the first set.
When I see them run into those bleachers, it makes me just so nervous because I can just...
I can see the squirm in my peripheral vision. Tied at 2. Atkins pops it toward Iquino. Nothing to do but bump it over. Fortner on the table for Muo. Good start to the set for Divine Muo. Matea Cunningham, the junior from Mahomet, Illinois, serves. Iquino to a knee for the dig. Hill gets up. Hill rips it down the line, but it's wide. And Charleston increases their lead to 4-2. Off the tape, the service ace. Love that reaction from Matea Cunningham.
When you're trying to receive those, it's one of the most frustrating kind of serves to receive because there's nothing that you can do about it unless you are right in the right place at the right time.
Nicks the tape there. Iquino gets it. Here's Hill. Lands one. Oh, I thought that short hop Fortner, they say no. And West Virginia State pulls back within 5-3.
After that attacking error from Alyssa Hill, to see that off speed wasn't really a surprise. So Charleston's defense really needs to be ready for that, especially if they're able to get a stop on one of these West Virginia State attackers.
Adam Hammett needed a minute to check on Matea Cunningham. She's okay. Majos dug out by Bailey Smith. Iquino off the deflection. Oh, no, they say that was out. I thought that was deflected at the net.
That was pretty close. Definitely a close play. We may get to look at it here.
This would be the definitive angle.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see it.
In real time, it looked like there may have been a touch on it, but definitely slowing that down.
It looked like I could see a rise on that in real time.
Yeah.
That's long. West Virginia State scores. It's 6-4 in favor of Charleston. Both these teams tied at a set apiece. We're in the third set from the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament. Charleston has an issue here. Abby Avila, the speaking captain, goes to the up official and has a question or a concern. Relays that back to Adam Hammond.
Yeah, the speaking captain is the only person on the court that can talk to the up official.
I think you should have an armband like in soccer. That would be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
So we all know who's the speaking captain.
Exactly.
Fortner to the front row. Here's Majos. Heating up.
Yeah, and I said in the second set that I don't think we've seen a really big swing from a Charleston attacker, and that was definitely a huge one for Majos.
I think this qualifies.
Yeah.
That's our second kill of the set. And again, feeling it.
And West Virginia State's block has to be there, has to be closed, and has to be disciplined at the net if they want to slow her down.
Castagio into the block. Off the deflection, Muo pops it up. Here's Majos. Good dig by Avila. Excellent play at the net by Iquino. Popped over. Knowles slides. Great dig by Perez in the back row. Iquino. Sent back by Sophia Knowles. Return to sender.
Sophia Knowles has such a long reach that if you're going to tip the ball, you have to make sure that it clears her hands because she's just got such long arms that really covers a lot of distance.
Leonie Lima back in to steal some time for Giada Iquino. Good slide for Castagio, but she was backed up. In the back row, Perez. Middle attack again. It's Knowles, the middles for Charleston. The difference in this one. It's been a bit of a surprise because West Virginia State has won largely with their middles in this tournament.
They have, and we haven't seen much of the middles. That was Knowles' sixth kill so far in this match, and she's really starting to heat up.
Divine Muo, the service error. And these last two sets, Sam, I'm going to be honest, it really seems like when West Virginia State has a bit of momentum, it's because of an attack error or service error from Charleston.
And that's going to be difficult to pull out this match win if you're just relying on the errors made by the other team. You're going to have to make some plays for yourself.
It's long, and the lead's at 10-5 for Charleston. Right now, Charleston has all the energy. You see their bench like airplanes. Majos can get up. Atkins digs it forward. McKeon coming over. Here's Perez popping it over. Cunningham, that's off the antenna. And West Virginia State, again, taking advantage of an error. 10-6 is the score. Charleston has the advantage here in the third set. Tied at 1. Lily Atkins punches it over. It's wide. 11-6.
That's the fourth service error between these two teams that we've seen in this set alone.
Yeah. Usually it's the receive part of serve-receive that we talk about the most, but it's the serve part today. Knowles with a great dig by Atkins. State's got to pop it over. Good slide. Diving play by Atkins as Strong pushes it over. From the middle this time, Cunningham. What a dig. But nothing to do with it. Leonie Lima got down. And a timeout called by West Virginia State. Good place for it. Charleston leads at 12-6 in the third set. A crucial set with this match tied at 1, hanging in the balance. The Mountain East Conference Championship match continues after this on MEC TV.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Charleston has a 6-point advantage here in the third set over West Virginia State. Tied at 1 after State won the first set 25-23. Then Charleston roared back 25-18 to take the second. Sam, it just seems like every time I see a West Virginia State player going for a ball, they're running 10 feet one way or the other. It's never the person who is the closest to where it ends up making the play.
Yeah, and they've just had a really difficult time just staying in system. And like you said before, West Virginia State is really heavily relying on the errors of Charleston, and that's not going to win the set for you. You have to make plays for yourself and earn some of those points on your own.
Service error pulls State back to within 5. Kelsey McKeon, a sophomore transfer from Walsh. 36 assists, 8 digs, and a service ace for her last night against Wesleyan. West Virginia State's crowd has been vocal tonight. Push to the left side. Cunningham, big swing! Off the deflection, Matea Cunningham.
Now Charleston has Divine Muo coming back into this match as well, so that's just giving them another big arm in the front row.
Dug out by Lima. Perez on an overpass. Cunningham there defensively. Well, Matea Cunningham has come alive tonight, Sam.
She really has. She's done a great job. She just has, I believe it's 7 kills so far on 25 attempts, but she's really picked it up here, especially in this set.
McKeon with a weird set for Hill. Had come a long way and couldn't put much on it. How tough is it when you call the timeout and then you come out and things still look kind of rough out of the timeout?
Yeah, that's frustrating as a coach because obviously you're trying to call that timeout to get your team composure back together. That was a great swing by Alyssa Hill on that outside. But I'm sure, West Virginia State really wants to see them come out a little bit stronger after a timeout.
Kind of swing is the elixir that cures all, to be honest with you. Dug out of the back row by Fortner. Where does it go? Cunningham has been strong all match. Avila, they slide Hill to the right side. Off the deflection. Alyssa Hill with back-to-back kills.
She has a kill from the outside, then goes to the right side and gets another kill over there as well. She really might be that person that they really need to funnel their offense through because she's had the most, success from the attacking line.
The back row, Michael Kova is long. And don't look now, but West Virginia State has scored 3 in a row. Yeah, we have seen enough sample size at this point to where you know what you got, you know who's there for you, you know who's not there for you. If I'm West Virginia State at this point, I funnel this offense to Alyssa Hill.
Yeah, and when Alyssa Hill goes to the back row, if you can get it to Carmen Perez as well, because she's kind of been their second go-to, especially in the back row.
Perez sends the train out of the station again with a service ace. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a service ace.
Yeah, I bet that's what it is.
Near Christmas, so it's the Polar Express, we'll call it. Another serve receive. Error.
Let's see if we see the train.
Chugga-chugga-choo-choo. There it goes. The Ace Express. The 15-12 direct. Service to Elkins. Muo into the block. Muo again into the block. Kept alive. Shoved to the front row. They go to Hill. Sure do, you bet. It's wide. They give the point to Charleston.
I still like that decision to go to her because she has been swinging the ball so well. Just an unfortunate error for West Virginia State.
I thought it got hit at the net, if I'm being honest. But
yeah, I thought so too. I wasn't 100% sure.
I think State did also. Off the block. How about Leonie Lima? In championship matches, you got to have somebody step up for you when you're hurt.
Yeah, you do, and she's done a great job. And that's an intimidating thing to come in and try to fill that role in a conference championship game, and she's done a good job of that so far.
Giada Aquino not feeling her best, so Lima stealing some minutes here. Majos elevates. Into the block. That block is feeling it in a way they've not felt it tonight, Sam.
That's their first block in this third set, and I don't believe, West Virginia State didn't have any blocks in the second set as well, so that's their first block since set number 1, and you could see the fire and the excitement from Gardner Castagio as she came off the net.
Most fire we've seen from her since very early in the match. There it is again. But Charleston tools it off the block.
And that's what happens. You have Lima on the outside. She hasn't played this entire match until the injury to Iquinto. And coming in and having to set up that block, sometimes you may not be as disciplined. You're still trying to get into the rhythm of the game.
Lima from the back row. But the middles again. Sophia Knowles right there.
And that was good deflection on that kind of off-speed ball. Gardner Castagio reaches behind her to try to make a play. She had Carmen Perez right behind her to dig that up. Just getting kind of out of system can really throw your team's rhythm off.
From the middle, there's a big swing from Castagio. Muo swung big all night. Fortner digs it out. They go to the left side. An attack from Majos. Perez dug out by Majos. It's Muo again. Block is right there. Knowles into the block of Castagio.
Castagio moves so well laterally across the net. She's been able to go from the right side to the outside, back to the right side, and then into the middle with getting successful blocks to really keep her team in that rally.
Like Santa Claus, she's everywhere. 18-15 Charleston. Muo. What a dig by Pomeray falling away. Big swing from Lima. It's Muo again. Sam, I think we're finding out individually and as a team who wants this more.
Yeah, we are. We're seeing a lot bigger swings from Charleston right now. Definitely more aggressive, and they just seem to have a little more confidence.
Castagio winds up and hammers it home.
Yeah, we said this earlier that West Virginia State's not went through their middles as much, but we've seen Castagio get a few more attempts and a couple kills in this third set.
We've not seen the big swings from her. I don't think she's feeling 100%, but she's able to still get it done.
And she's still being effective from a blocking standpoint, so that's a huge piece for West Virginia State that they didn't have in that second set.
Perez rips one. West Virginia State back to within 2. They trail by as many as 8 in this set.
And going back to that block from Castagio, she didn't get the stuff block that we saw a couple plays ago, but to slow down Majos so that her defense can play it up and get the kill.
Good slide for Knowles. Into the block she goes. Not a lot Charleston can do against West Virginia State when they're playing this well. Shannon Garrett here has pulled the hair back into a ponytail. She's ready to work. These West Virginia State Yellow Jackets ready to work. Charleston calls a timeout. Their 8-point lead down to 1 in the third set on MEC TV.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Crowd getting into this here from West Virginia State. They've made the trip to Buchanan. A lot of folks from University of Charleston. You see them behind the bench. 19-18, a good timeout for Adam Hammond. Not really much else you could do there watching a a lead that was as big as 8 slip away. Majos gets up. Good dig for Lily Adkins. Perez in the middle, and we're tied at 19.
Perez has very quietly been a really big piece for this West Virginia State team. She's done it from everywhere, getting back row attacks, effective from the service line, and now hitting with some off speed to find that open hole right behind the Charleston block.
And that's been true all 3 nights, Sam. Majos waits a long time for it to come down. Adkins digs it out. Set or dump. Good job by Knowles. Better defense by McKeon. Majos rips one down the line and wide. And West Virginia State, for the first time in a very long time, leads.
And it looked like Coach Hamad wanted that ball to be in. It looked like from our perspective that it was out, but it was definitely very close to that corner.
State wins the race to 20 somehow. Diving play, but it's sent right back by Sophia Knowles. Well, they say she was into the net, and West Virginia State's lead goes to 21-19.
Yeah, I think they said that she actually came over the net, so you have to be really careful when you're a middle blocker to not go too far into the other team's side of the net. And because there wasn't an attack on the ball, she was not blocking the ball, she was making a play on it. I don't think it quite crossed the plane of the net yet. We might see a good, it looked like
the fingertips were over.
Yeah, when the attack is not coming, it's just a free ball. You really need to make sure that you wait until that ball crosses the plane of the net.
Perez. Again, it's not just tonight, Sam. It's all 3 nights she's done it.
She just picked up her 8th kill. She struggled a little bit from the front row, been more effective from the back row, but we've seen some pretty big plays from her here down the stretch in the 3rd set.
They're down 15-8. West Virginia State has roared back to take the lead in the 3rd set. And we'll go ahead and keep it here. Sam, what's been the difference since that middle point of this set? This team is a different team than what we saw really in the first set and a half, 2.5 sets tonight.
They're blocking the ball so much better. Gardner Castaggio has touched almost everything that's tried to come across the net. And when she doesn't get a stuffed block or send it back to the other side, she at least slows it down so that the West Virginia State defense can play it up and they can run their offense and get big swings out of players like Carmen Perez.
It's a 14-4 run right now for West Virginia State to get back into this match.
And both of these teams are not hitting well in this 3rd set. West Virginia State's hitting 0-31. Charleston's hitting an even 0. So that means they have the same number of kills as they do errors. So the hitting perspective has not been great for either one of these teams. But we've seen a huge increase in the blocks on the West Virginia State side, which has really been a difference maker.
It's like we said earlier in this 3rd set, really really in the second too, they were defined by the service errors and the attack errors. That's what's kept State in this until finally their hitters and their middles got going.
Yeah, they're really starting to take advantage of that and earn those points on their own instead of just relying on Charleston.
Knowles, diving play by Adkins, didn't get there. And Charleston with a massive kill right when they needed one from Sophia Knowles.
I was going to say, it really looked like that ball kind of took a short bounce before West Virginia State was able to play it up. Great swing from Charleston to get the ball back and try to get some more points to tie this set up.
Patricia Majos, the service error, and West Virginia State inches closer to the set.
And now that Charleston made that service error, see if West Virginia State can take advantage of it and earn some points on their own.
Cunningham wants it. She's been solid from that side all day. Perez digs it out. Shoved over. Setter slam. Charleston covers. Lima pops it up. Here's Perez. Been really hot throughout. From the middle, Knowles. Good job by Atkins to keep it up. Sent back by Smith. Popped up, Cunningham. Fought off by Pomeray. Someone's got to get there. I don't know how State kept that alive. Good shove by Perez. Pomeray plays it over. Knowles under the block. Pulls one off. And Charleston pulls back within 2.
Looked like Carmen Perez was just a little bit late getting to the block. And as she threw her hands up, the ball was already on the way down. She was a little bit pulled off of the net. And that's what caused that to fall between her and the net instead of going back on the other side.
Sophia Knowles serves. West Virginia State trying to bring this to set point. Michael Kova with a good defensive play. Popped over by Cunningham. Great dive by Knowles. Perez off the fingertips, and it's set point. Sometimes all you got to do is send it over, and the Charleston defense not ready.
And that's what you try to do with that off-speed stuff, is you're trying to catch the defense out of rhythm, kind of on their heels, not expecting anything to come a little bit slower.
Serve from Kelsey McKeon in the middle. Good attack from Strong on the edge. It's Cunningham. Here's Hill. Can she finish? Strong pops it up. Cunningham. Atkins. Free ball. And Charleston stays alive.
And now Charleston has Divine Muo coming into this match, so that's really going to be someone that West Virginia State needs to watch if the ball goes back to Charleston's side.
She's got Mariano Rivera-like closer mentality. At the net, a good set. Here comes Hill. Stays on the tape for an eternity. Cunningham, shoved up by McKeon. It's Perez popping it up. Sent over by Strong. From the back row, Lima. What a dig by Avila. Cunningham waits, gets it. Atkins digs it out. It's Hill on the right edge. That's where I'd go. That's where they go. Fortin with a great dig. Lima, overpass. Saved by McKeon and slammed home by Bailey Smith to give West Virginia State the third set. Or was she in the net? Oh, they're going to say she was in the net. This is Charleston's point. I think they want the officials asking for some clarification here. What's this discussion?
I don't know if they're looking to see if the setter was in the net. That ball was really tight to the net. It looked to me like West Virginia State was able to stay out of the net.
The bottom half of Kelsey McKeon hits the net on the landing. Bailey Smith got there when she landed after the kill, but it was the bottom half of Kelsey McKeon on the landing that brought her into the net.
I think I was watching as she was at the top of the net and then watching the attack as well, so I kind of missed that last second touch of the net. Good.
It's a really good call in real time.
It was. That's why I'm not officiating, because I miss little things like that sometimes.
And again, we should probably emphasize something. We have the virtue of looking at this on replay. There's no challenge in the Division II volleyball, at least not at the conference championship level. So these officials are making split-second calls in real time. That's why there are four of them. That's an excellent call.
Yeah, they did a great job on that call. That was really tight. I know I definitely missed that, but going back and watching that replay, it was definitely the right call. Make this set even tighter than it was.
And how about the teamwork that they showed? All four of them got involved. You'd rather take that second, make the right call.
Especially with a set on the line. I mean, that would have been set point for West Virginia State.
So here's Charleston to tie this up. Dug out by Lima. Shoved toward Hill. Good dig by Avila. Cunningham from an awkward angle. Lima in the back row. There's Hill rising, firing. Avila saves it. Cunningham with a shove. Off the fingertips to Bailey Smith. We're tied.
West Virginia State really needs to be ready for anything that's off speed from Charleston, because Charleston's going to do whatever they can to try to score that point.
Atkins with the dig. Hill rises into the block. She goes, and now it's set point for Charleston. This is where West Virginia State has to really avoid that mental whiplash. They were this close from winning the set. Now they're down one. They got to get back into this. The energy's got to get flowing.
And they have Alyssa Hill on the outside and Carmen Perez that can come up on the right side to attack.
They go for Perez this time. What a spot. Perez in the back row nails it.
And I think that's a great decision to go to her because they've went to Alyssa Hill so many times in these last like 5 or 6 points to mix it up, go behind you, and go to Carmen Perez to give her a chance to find that seam in Charleston's block.
Quino on the bench with an injury. She has come up huge. Charleston will force set point again. Divine Muo in the back row. Here's Matea Cunningham.
And now Patricia Majos is in for Charleston. So that's another attacker. This is going to be a strong rotation for Charleston if they get the ball.
Lima at the net. Good dig by Fortner, falling away. Majos with a shove, sent back. Popped up by Avila. Muo with a big swing. It's off the tape, and Charleston, just like that, snatches set 3 from the jaws of defeat. The Charleston Golden Eagles have taken sets 2 and 3 after West Virginia State won the first. A classic here in the third, maybe the defining set of the match so far. The Golden Eagles a set away from a Mountain East Conference championship and a trip to the NCAA tournament. The fourth set is next on MEC TV.
Business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you. For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome to your home among the hills. At West Virginia Wesleyan College, you'll unearth new passions, be exposed to fresh perspectives, and find what drives you. This place of discovery is where you can become a scientist, a leader, an athlete, a performer, a friend. Opportunities include research, internships, and study abroad. Plus, our vibrant community makes for experiences you'll never forget. Discover yourself at West Virginia Wesleyan College.
Back in Buchanan, West Virginia for the championship of the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament. I'm Eric Little alongside former Alderson Broadus battler Sam Bailey. And Sam, we've seen some tremendous action tonight. A really weird first 2 sets, if I'm being honest. But that third set, I think we saw really high-level volleyball, at least in the back half of the set.
We did. We saw a much better defensive game, I feel like, in that third set. Blocking was much stronger for West Virginia State. We saw a lot of digs. The hitting was not that great for either team, but I think that just, tells us how good the defense was.
Yeah.
That they were digging the balls up. They were getting a lot of touches on blocks. And I think that really was the difference maker, and it's fun to watch those strong defensive games.
I think the hitters that you want to see have the opportunities are getting the opportunities, but they're running into that block.
They are, and that's always something that you try to prepare for. But when it's in a big game like this, you just try to do whatever you can to get the point for your team.
Abby Avila gets us underway in set 4. Lima with a huge kill, and Leani Lima, the senior out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, with Gianna Iquino on the bench with an injury. She's going to have to step up big in set 4 to force a set 5.
Yeah, she is. Iquinto is a huge piece for West Virginia State, both attacking from the front and the back row.
Muo into the block, cools it off. I don't know that we have talked, that we've tried to talk enough about Divine Muo. I don't think we've done her justice.
No,
She's
we
been
haven't.
tremendous tonight.
She has been. She's definitely been one of the stronger players for Charleston consistently throughout this match.
Muo, what a block. A Tiger Woods fist pump from Kate Strong.
And it's that outside and the right side's job to set up the block. Great job by Divine Muo to get that block set so that they can seal it and just have that discipline to get the stuff.
There are service errors, and then there's the equivalent of like a 50-foot pitch in baseball.
That's one of those service errors where you do not look at your coach after you make it because you're like, I know that was bad. You don't have to tell me. Just brush it off and try to get the next point.
The senior's got a short memory. What a defensive play by Pomeroy. And right there again, Kate Strong. These players are all under Adam Hammond in his first season at Charleston. Head men's volleyball coach at Arcadia University for the last 3 years. Had previously been with UC. He's got him in a championship game here in the MEC. Pushed over by Castagio. Atkins keeps it up. There's Lima. It's sent right back. That block. Muo and Knowles.
Knowles just has, I said this in the third set, just has such a long reach that she just is able to cover so much area at the net, which makes it really difficult to try to tip unless you're going to go around her or make sure it goes way over the block.
How about that diving play by Majos to dig that out?
Yeah, that was a great dig as well.
Perez pushed over. Avila sets it. Muo. Massive swing.
That's her 15th kill so far in this match with only 2 hitting errors. So not only has she got a lot of kills, but she's pretty much every time she touches it, either it's a kill or West Virginia State's been able to play it up.
Junior out of McKinney, Texas, Divine Muo. Lima waits. Avila's going to go to Majos this time. Falling away. A good dig on the back row for Perez. Popped up by Cunningham. Here comes Majos. And there's Divine Muo again.
And I don't think anybody on West Virginia State's defense was ready for her to hit that angle that she hit. That was a great job. And what she was able to do was get her hand kind of on the inside of the ball and just swing down and hit that sharp shot.
Biggest swing we've seen of the night from Nicole Gardner-Castagio.
And that's what West Virginia State's going to have to do to stay in this fourth set, is to get the middles involved because they're really overworking their outsides and need to give them some time to get more kind of one-on-one or easier opportunities against the Charleston block.
Popped up by Knowles. It's sent over. Muo again into the block. That block is vigilant when Divine Muo is getting the opportunity. On the attack from the middle, Castagio. I think if there's any one player on the court on either side that's got the opportunity, the ability to take over this match the rest of the way home, she's the one.
She is, because she's been able to do it from the offense and the defense and has really just been a piece to help. And right there, she was a little late to the block, and what that did for Charleston was give them an opportunity to have the one blocker on the other side. Not something that we've seen from Castagio much at all in this match, was to be late or to miss a block. So good job by Charleston to take advantage of that that opportunity that they're not going to get a lot of.
That's some incredible awareness, too, for Sophia Knowles. To see that in real time. UO serves, the lead's at 3 for Charleston. Castagio trying to push one to the donut. Good rip from Majos. A back row attack, Lima, long.
And I don't think she was quite ready for that. It almost looked like she was coming in to collapse behind the hitter and realized that she was getting that ball in the back row and kind of took a step back. So I don't know if she wasn't quite ready for that back row attack. Definitely something that needs to be used more for West Virginia State.
Leonie Lima's not played a lot of this tournament, but that means she's fresh. Could be crucial down the stretch. Good dig for Lima. Popped up by Pomeroy. And Charleston scores again to make this a 5-point lead here in set 3. When do you spend the timeout if you're Shannon Garrett's here?
I wouldn't let it go much further, that's for sure. I may have called it on that big swing.
Charleston playing loose, fast, and free. There it is again, a big swing from Castagio. And if this is going to happen for West Virginia State, they're going to have to dig deep and find every last ounce of grit they have.
They are. This is going to definitely be a tough fought match. Charleston's really starting to get in their stride with the attacking, so West Virginia State really needs to work hard.
Pomeroy and Atkins come together. Pomeroy took the worst of it. She's okay. And a big kill as they go right at Atkins. Who else? Patricia Majos. And now they're going to take another look at Pomeroy. She collided side to side with Lily Atkins. And it's the side that they're rubbing on right now. Just have a look at that.
Oh, looked like her arm, the arm of Lily Atkins actually hit her almost in the neck kind of area. So
I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at Pomeroy's shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
That hit more of her shoulder. I thought it hit more of the rib cage.
Yeah, I don't know. That was definitely a tough collision for
She was kind of rubbing at her jaw, too. So.
Yeah.
Service error. Just what the doctor ordered for West Virginia State. And though we've talked a lot about how they have taken advantage or they've been kept in by this attack errors and service errors, they needed one right there.
They did. And now Alyssa Hill is back in this match for West Virginia State as an attacker in the front row.
Pomeroy rotates out, probably needs a break.
Yeah, good timing for her.
Off the block, tooled off by Matea Cunningham. And we talk about the grit of West Virginia State. They, of these two teams, appear the most banged up right now and fighting through physical limitations. And that's not to say that Charleston isn't banged up, but from the outward appearances, it feels like West Virginia State's the team that's dealing with that externally the most.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing to try to fight when you're in this championship game. You know, you've worked all season to get to this point, and now you're banged up and you don't feel 100%. That's definitely something that can be pretty frustrating to kind of work through.
The most heartbreaking part of sports, I think, is when the mind wants one thing and the body just will not allow it.
And I know that feeling, unfortunately, all too well.
Slam by Cunningham. Perez Atkins pops it over. Avila sets it. There's Cunningham. Pulls it off the block, and Charleston's lead back to 5.
And that's Cunningham's 11th kill. She's 2 digs away from having a double-double in this match.
I know you fought through a lot of injuries in your career, and we talked about this off the air a ton. So you are one that knows about that struggle.
Yes, that's definitely not anything that I would wish on any athlete, that's for sure.
Lima tries to dive into the third row. Unfortunately for her, she can't do it in a timeout. Called by West Virginia State. Charleston's leads a touchdown. The NCAA tournament is within sight for Adam Hammett's Charleston Golden Eagles. Can West Virginia State mount a challenge? The fourth continues after this on MEC TV.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Charleston Golden Eagles in their huddle after winning sets 2 and 3. West Virginia State with a strong start in set 1. UC has taken the last 2. They fought 27-25 in set 3, and now they're out 13-7, needing to win set 4 to win the conference championship and move on to the NCAA tournament. What's the message if you're Adam Hammond at this point?
Just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, Charleston's hitting .500 right now. They are 9 kills on 18 attempts, no hitting errors at all. They've just been much more efficient, and it seems like they've been more aggressive at the net and played stronger defensively as Alyssa Hill gets that tip for a kill.
I think it's going to be Alyssa Hill and Nicole Garner-Castagio if State is going to get back into this one. The injury issues have been tough. They seem to have cost them Giada Aquino for this match. Lima playing well in her stead. Rises, swings into the block. Good dig by Perez. Here's Hill on the other side. One-hand punch from Michael Kova. Muo shoves it to the back. Good chance for State to get in system. Castagio can't get it over, and Charleston leads at 14-8.
And I think if West Virginia State wants to get back into this fourth set, they're really going to have to swing aggressively because the tip is just not working. It seems like either they, don't hit it over the net or they just give it right to Charleston's defense. So they're really going to have to swing aggressively to get some points.
There's an aggressive swing dug out by Fortner. Shoved to the back row, an attack from Cunningham. Atkins pops it up. Hill rises, fires. Diving attempt for Fortner. They fight in the net. Here's Castagio into the block. Hill. Good dive by Fortner. Castagio pushes that one over. Majos. Atkins digs it out. Lima with a big swing.
And you can see that Lima is getting a little bit more comfortable as she's been in this match. When she first came out, that she seemed a little bit timid, but now she's really getting into her swing, getting her whole body involved, really swinging hard through the ball. So she's definitely kind of coming into her own as she's been through this match.
It's that next one-up mentality.
It is.
Pomeroy back in to serve. Good to see she's okay after taking a few seconds there after collision with Atkins. Rotation came at a good spot for her. Muo off the block. She's been a cheat code tonight for Charleston.
17 kills and 9 digs so far for Divine Muo.
18 kills from her against Wheeling in the opening round. And a service error brings the Yellow Jackets to double digits. Leilani Lima ready to serve. Good set. Knowles, vicious attack. Oh, how Pomeroy fought that one off. Muo again, into the block.
And that was a great swing block for West Virginia State. As they were kind of moving in the air, they kind of just glided and swung over the net, which is what kind of brought the ball back to the other corner. And that's probably the first block we've seen in a while where it's kind of fallen back to that deep corner.
Muo from the right edge. Blasts one home. It deflects off the window. Rattles the window. She's rattled some stuff tonight.
She was still in the front row right now. There'd be a good chance if this ends in 4 sets that she would get 20 kills.
Another service error for Charleston. It's their 4th of the night.
And that's really what's kept West Virginia State in this 4th set is the errors by Charleston.
16-12 Charleston with an NCAA tournament bid on the line. Shove toward Majos. What a place to go.
That was Majos on the serve receive as well. It was able to just go around that block from West Virginia State to hit the deep corner.
Leads at 5. Majos serves. Awkward line drive, a service ace. Atkins just couldn't turn it around.
And this is the point in the match where in the set where if you're West Virginia State, you cannot let Charleston get any more points. You've got to get kind of some momentum back on your side of the court to keep this set going.
Lima falling away with that take. Perez slides to the middle. Dug out by Fortner. Here comes Cunningham. She's been strong all match. That's close. It's shoved wide. And West Virginia State with a foothold.
Now Alyssa Hill's coming back in that front row. So they really need to get her swinging aggressively on that outside to get back in this set.
Hill wants it. Set was awkward. Avila for the middle. Even on a swing that was a little early, Sophia Knowles manages to score. I think Adam Hammett, a big message from him in the huddle on the sideline has to be don't let them come back. Do not let the door crack open. Golden Eagles win the race to 20.
Yeah, and once Charleston's kind of in the driver's seat right now with this fourth set and with the match, so definitely you don't want to let up on the gas. Just keep pushing. You want to finish this match strong.
Knowles, the senior out of Eastern Florida State College, the transfer from there. They shove it over to Hill. There's room, and she's wide left.
I would have really liked to see her get an aggressive swing because it looked like she had some seam, had some room there. I don't think Charleston would have been expecting a big swing from her.
And a timeout with an 8-point advantage for Charleston. West Virginia State trying to save their season, save their tournament. Back after this on MEC TV.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
West Virginia State timeout. Was it too little too late? The lead's at 8 for Charleston, needing this set to win the Mountain East Conference Tournament Championship. West Virginia State's the defending champions. Every other championship in the conference's history has gone to either Wheeling or, as they were called, Wheeling Jesuit. Either way, Charleston trying to add their name to that list. Alyssa Hill, there's the big swing you were looking for earlier. And maybe that was the message from Shannon Jarens here. Hey, take the big swings now. This is the time.
Yeah, you don't have time to play easy with this. You really want to get the big swings. She's shown that she can get big kills that Charleston's defense just can't pick up.
Off the tape, a service ace for Carmen Perez.
And that's a positive for West Virginia State coming out of the timeout to get those 2 big points back-to-back.
The train keeps rolling. Michael Kova dug it over, and Avila catches it in.
And on those jousts, when the ball is right at the plane of the net and you're trying to play against the other defender, you want to try to be the last person to touch the ball, and that's what Charleston was able to do on that joust.
7-point advantage. It's Hill. There's the swing. Diggs sends it back. Hill again. Into the block. They go the other side for Lima. And Leilani Lima. You said it best earlier, Sam. Feeling comfortable.
Yeah, and that was a good job to go. They went back to Alyssa Hill twice. And then so sending it out to Lima, she was able to find the seam in the block and get the big swing.
Muo splits the defenders. Charleston at 23.
And that was kill number 19 for Divine Muo.
Over the block.
Yeah. She gets such elevation when she jumps that she was just able to really kind of hang in the air there and get it over the block from West Virginia State.
To Aunt Cunningham. Perez falls away on the dig. Big swing from Costaggio. Do they go there again? No, it's Hill. And that one went off the antenna. It's championship point for Charleston. The Charleston fans on their feet here at Rockefeller Center in Buchanan. Matea Cunningham serves for the match and the championship. Lima rises and scores.
Lima has really picked it up here in this fourth set. You can see she's getting some fire in her, and she's, like we said, getting a lot more comfortable. So, giving West Virginia State another option that they desperately needed in the front row.
Timeout called. Was this Charleston that took the timeout? I think I saw. A timeout. Set 4. Charleston has a 24-17 advantage. If you're West Virginia State in that huddle, what's your message with this, not only the match, but the tournament slipping away from you?
It starts with the pass, so they have to make sure that when the ball comes over to their side of the net that they get the good pass, but also right here with the serve, make sure you get the ball in. At this point, you don't want to be overly aggressive. Just make sure the ball gets in, try to keep it in play, and then just be ready for whatever Charleston sends back.
Emma Pomeroy, the sophomore out of France, led the team with 18 digs against Fairmont in West Virginia State's quarterfinal win on Thursday. Serving for West Virginia State, Charleston a championship point. Majos digs it out. Big middle attack from Strong, and it's sent back. West Virginia State stays alive.
Great stuff blocked from Gardner Castaggio in the front row there. She had that solo one-on-one opportunity and was just she's so disciplined at the net when she's blocking.
Goes sky high. Into the net it goes. Charleston is the Mountain East Conference champion. The Golden Eagles are headed to the NCAA tournament.
And what a way to end it on kind of an off-speed hit for Majos on the outside. Drops in a place where West Virginia State just can't pick it up. Great hard-fought match by both of these teams.
They definitely both laid it on the line. I think attrition caught up with West Virginia State, maybe a little worse than it did with Charleston. No question, both teams emptied it out and gave everything they had. Postgame next. We'll wrap it up after this. And you'll hear the in-arena awards as well. Charleston in 4 sets. They advance past West Virginia State to win the championship, and they go to the NCAA tournament. More to come after this on MEC TV.
For over 4 decades, the health plan has been rooted in your community and the state of West Virginia. A steady part of your family and your business. We're here for you, with health services designed to manage and improve your well-being. The health plan is powered by a team of dedicated healthcare professionals and trusted local partners. Because your health deserves more than just coverage. It deserves commitment. The health plan. Here for you.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
From the University of Charleston, Patricia Myers. Her teammate from the Congratulations to our all-tournament team. Mec Williams, Emily Madison, Alyssa Hall, Nicole Gardner-Custachio, Patricia Miles, Abby Avila, and Divine Nero. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your 2025 Mountain East Conference all-tournament team.
Welcome back to Buchanan. We'll take the in-house audio of the presentation of this trophy.
Is here to present the 2025 Mountain East Conference Tournament Championship Trophy to the captains from the University of Charleston, Eagles! Champions, the Golden Eagles of the University of Charleston, earning an automatic bid into the regional tournament. Congratulations to the Golden Eagles.
Welcome back to Buchanan. Eric Little, Sam Bailey wrapping this up. You see the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets. They fall short. Charleston just been awarded the conference championship trophy from Commissioner Reed Amos. You also saw the first team, or the all-tournament team, Concord's Meg Williams represented. So too is West Virginia Wesleyan's Emily Dennison. From West Virginia State, Nicole Gartner-Custachio, Alyssa Hill, and from Charleston, Abby Avila, Patricia Majos, and Divine Muo. All worthy picks. But what better feeling is there if you're the University of Charleston right now than stretching that banner out and taking those photos?
Definitely a sad time for West Virginia State to go down in that manner, but an exciting opportunity for the University of Charleston. Well-fought match. Great weekend of volleyball. We've seen some really good matches, and this one was definitely one of the best ones.
Players that left it all out there, careers came to an end, seasons came to an end. There's always two sides to a championship or any tournament setting. You've got the West Virginia State Yellow Jackets that laid it out there right now, and again, that's the side of it. People drying tears, finding comfort. Always the toughest part to watch. Real human emotion and the release of all those emotions.
It is, and I've been on that side before where you make it to the championship and you just fall short, and it's definitely something, your team worked so hard all season to get to this point, and to know that you were that close and just couldn't quite finish it is one of the hardest things to try to get through for you and your teammates.
And the totality sets in, the finality sets in, because in your mind you had it going the other way.
Yeah.
And you never let yourself let those thoughts creep in until that moment.
Yeah.
But for Charleston, what an effort tonight, and they did it with the entire roster. Vila was strong all tournament. Majos was strong all tournament, and I don't know if she was on the all tournament team before tonight, but I feel like Divine Muo, if she didn't have that spot clinched before tonight, she certainly earned it this evening.
Yeah, looking at Divine Muo's stats, she was 1 kill shy of breaking that 20 mark, but she was 19 kills on 46 attempts, hitting .348, and also had 5 block assists as well as 9 digs. And she was really just had a huge game tonight for Charleston.
Injuries, I think, caught up with West Virginia State.
It did. Losing Iquinto was a huge loss for West Virginia State, and we could tell that Gardner-Custachio just wasn't at 100% like she was in the previous 2 matches, so definitely beat up, some injuries, just things not falling the way for West Virginia State.
But for Charleston, they got a lot of breaks, and they also got some big efforts. Matea Cunningham, also strong. Divine Muo, Patricia Majos, Abby Avila, Sophia Knowles, Kate Strong. The middles were really good tonight as well. They did it all over the floor.
They did, and they were able to just move the ball around, get multiple hitters involved. We even saw some back row attacks as well. They did give West Virginia State some service errors and some attacking errors that kept West Virginia State in the game, but ultimately their big play at the net is what was able to help them push forward through that and win this match in 4.
I want to thank Butch Mounts, Levi Barnhart, our entire video productions crew here in the Mountain East Conference. Reed Amos and his entire office on a fine tournament and a fine event. A thank you to West Virginia Wesleyan College for an excellent job hosting this. Thanks to our camera folks. Thanks to my partner Sam Bailey, Alex Wiederspiel as well, and Mason last night. He did an excellent job as Sam was off on another assignment. Final thoughts on a fine week of volleyball.
It was just fun to get back here and, kind of where I spent my 4 years in college, coming to the West Virginia Conference, playing against these similar schools. So it was really fun to get back and just see such competitive volleyball every single night.
Championship moments indeed. Charleston wins this one in 4 sets over West Virginia State. The Charleston Golden Eagles are the Mountain East Conference champions and headed to the NCAA tournament. For our entire crew and Sam Bailey, I'm Eric Little. Thank you so much for joining us for the Mountain East Conference Volleyball Tournament on MEC TV.